Professor Kixnal projected the holographic list onto the classroom display. Today's lesson covers the most dangerous toxic compounds found on Class M planets. These substances cause cellular breakdown, neurological damage, and in some cases, immediate death. The xenobiology students diligently recorded the information on their datapads. Row after row of chemical formulas and molecular structures floated in the air: capsaicin, theobromine, ethanol, caffeine, allyl isothiocyanate. Even trace amounts can be lethal to most species, Kixnal continued. Galactic protocols require immediate quarantine procedures if any of these are detected in food supplies. A chittering sound came from the back of the classroom. Chala, a mantis-like Vextor student, raised a serrated forearm. Professor, the human exchange students are in the cafeteria right now. Should we warn them about contamination risks? Kixnal's eye stalk swiveled in confusion. The cafeteria serves only certified safe nutrition. There's no risk of. Professor. Another student pointed at the live feed from the cafeteria on their datapad. You need to see this. The entire class crowded around as the display switched to the cafeteria camera. 3 human students sat at a corner table, their trays laden with what appeared to be food items from the human cultural section. Marcus Chen bit into a bright red pepper pod. His face flushed red almost instantly, sweat beading on his forehead. But instead of collapsing in agony, he smiled and took another bite. By the great void, Kixnal whispered. That's a Trinidad scorpion pepper. Pure capsaicin concentrate. He should be experiencing catastrophic mucous membrane failure. Sarah O'Connor pulled out a dark brown bar and broke off a piece. The scanner identified it immediately, theobromine levels that would kill a Vextor in minutes. She popped it into her mouth contentedly. Chocolate, she said to her companion. Want some? Is she insane? Chala's antennae vibrated in distress. That's a neurotoxin. The third human, James Rodriguez, raised a steaming cup. Coffee, anyone? The liquid inside registered off the charts for caffeine, a cardiac stimulant that would send most species into fatal arrhythmia. Professor Kixnal pulled up the human dietary database with trembling appendages. His color shifted from green to a sickly yellow as he scrolled through the list. This cannot be correct. Ethanol, they consume it recreationally and call it happy hour. Capsaicin, they've cultivated increasingly concentrated versions as a competition. Allyl isothiocyanate in mustard and wasabi, they use it as a condiment. One student pointed at the screen. Professor, what's that brown liquid the human is pouring on their food? Vinegar. Acetic acid. Kixnal's voice was barely a whisper. They put acid on their nutrition. Marcus had moved on to a small dish of green paste. The first bite made his eyes water and his sinuses clear explosively. Ah, perfect wasabi, he declared. Really opens up the nasal passages. Chala looked at the toxic substances list, then back at the cafeteria feed. Professor, how are they still alive? Kixnal pulled up Earth's planetary classification. Death World. Category 12. He looked at his students with newfound understanding. They didn't just survive their planet's toxins, they learned to enjoy them. Humans don't have a list of foods they can eat. They have a list of things that will kill them, and they keep testing to see if they can build up immunity. On screen, Marcus finished his pepper and reached for another, even hotter variety. I need to revise the curriculum, Kixnal muttered. Clearly, our definition of toxic needs a footnote that says, except for humans. Sarah raised her coffee cup in a mock toast toward the security camera, as if she knew they were watching. The class sat in stunned silence, realizing that humanity's greatest survival trait wasn't their technology or their adaptability, it was their willingness to eat anything at least once.